Hello everybody, this is Nick again, just your average Nico, is my YouTube channel. I want to do a follow-up about this video that I did yesterday about the ban on Jehovah's Witnesses in Russia. So I did this video yesterday, April 20th, 2017, and within like 24 hours it's had over 3,000 hits and a ton of comments. So, hey Jackie, how you doing? No, it's a YouTube on my YouTube channel. So, no, co-worker. Incidentally, I'm always walking around when I do these videos because I do them when I'm leaving work or going into work or have appointments or whatever. Anyway, so, yeah, I want to do a follow-up. So it had a bunch of hits on it, and it was kind of polemic. It was really polarizing. So I know I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. So first of all, I want to say, yes, I'm a disfellowshipped ex-Jehovah's Witness, and but at the same time, I am not bitter in the least about the elders that took the decision to disfellowship me, or about my former brothers and sisters, as they call them. I did, however, look into the history and the inner workings of the organization after being disfellowshipped, and I guess you could call me an apostate because I'm really against the Watchtower organization. I really think it's a deeply flawed organization. But honestly, a lot of the problems that I have with the Watchtower organization are the same problems that I have with a lot of organized religion. So let's just be clear about that. There were a lot of comments on my post that were really negative, bitter, and I don't know, I guess I wasn't expecting that because, see, I don't really do this kind of thing. I don't really speak to politics or religion that often because my YouTube channel is mostly about jokes and traveling and fun and cooking and stuff like that. I don't know, it's in family life, kids, whatever. So this is kind of a different thing for me, and I guess I wasn't prepared for the response that it got. But so I want to make my position on the whole thing clear. First of all, yes, I do think that I do think that it's a very flawed organization. It's a real estate scam. And that you can look at other videos to see how that works, and it also, the control they have over people, it's not healthy. It's not a healthy thing. And it's perfect if you're a heterosexual person, male, to be in the organization. It's a great place for you, and you can move up. Or if you're a female and you don't mind being submissive, great, but if you're a person who's on the fringe, if you're homosexual, even in some cases couples of mixed couples. I had an experience myself where a good friend of mine was counseled not to marry someone who was black. This again was early 90s, but still not that long ago, because they wouldn't be able to serve in different places. So really, because of how they would be seen by other people, that was the excuse, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, there's some race issues. And of course the whole pedophile thing, they openly protect pedophiles. It's not cool. I mean, I really, there's a lot that I have a problem with that organization, a lot. But what else? Oh, the blood issue. Yeah, the blood issue. The blood issue, lo and behold, actually ended up being turns out it was a political issue. So I mean, there's a lot. I mean, there's a lot of problems. I have a lot of problems with that organization. However, I have to say this: there's some amazing, wonderful, sincere, great people in that organization who really think that they're doing it. I mean, and myself included. I'm not that I'm wonderful, but I was very sincere. And I moved my way up in the organization. I was at one point what's called a ministerial servant. Those of you who are ex-Jehovah's Witnesses will know I was a regular pioneer. I served in the Kingdom Hall construction work. I did a bunch of stuff. I was a good speaker, so I traveled and gave speeches in different places, and It was a huge part of my life. It was my life. Again, as anybody who is an ex-Jehovah's Witness knows, the organization consumes a lot of your time and energy. It's part of your life, or like a big chunk of your life. Anyway, so yeah, where was I? Lost my train of thought here. But yeah, so there's great people, sincere people in that organization. And here's where the issue I have with this ban is. Number one, the organization is corrupt, but the people who are in the organization are victims of the organization. They're victims of that system. Even the elders. And I assume, just to a certain extent, some of the people who are in the circuit work and district work may or Bethelites, they may or may not know how corrupt the organization is. I know I would not have reached that conclusion from within the organization, probably for a long time, if ever. So these people are victims. It's kind of like people who've been trafficked. If they had a prostitution ring that was broken up here in Minneapolis, St. Paul, and there was a complaint because the police were going after some of the women who were trafficked, arresting some of the women who were trafficked themselves. Well, they're the victims. Yes, what they're doing is illegal, but they're the victims. Making this comparison to these people who are cheerleading the Jehovah's Witnesses being banned. These people that are banned, the ones that are going to suffer, the rank and file Jehovah's Witnesses, they're the victims. They're good people. They want to do the right thing. Yeah, it's annoying that they come and knock on your door. I can understand that, whatever. But a lot of what I saw in the comment thread, it was just open prejudice. And then there were people saying, well, why don't they ban Muslims? They're the extremists. I mean, frankly, I think all religious people have the potential to be sincere, wonderful people, and they also have the potential to be extremist, right? Letting your child die so that they because they won't refuse a blood transfusion, that's extremist. I can see that. I get that. But a sincere person who thinks they're doing the right thing knows that. So I guess the problem I have with the ban is that it's going to affect the wrong people. Now, I think they should sue the hell out of the organization. The organization itself is corrupt. It does a lot of terrible things. But the problem that I have with this ban is that it's affecting the wrong people. And these people are going to be thrown in jail. They're going to be victimized. And the organization itself is going to exploit them. It's going to exploit their suffering. I grew up with this. There was a ban in a lot of countries when I was growing up, and we would hear these reports, and these brothers from these countries, or brothers and sisters from these countries where they're suffering persecution, would be like celebrities. So we would be praying for them and reading their stories, glued to their stories. It was it makes for good drama, and it also fits into the organization's narrative that it's the end days, and because they're the true religion, everyone's picking on them. And so that's something that they're actually going to use to recruit more people. And it's going to turn the people who are being persecuted into martyrs. So I think that the approach would be to go after the hearts and minds of people, have a frank discussion with people, and this ban, it's not going to do any of that. It's just going to create martyrs out of people. It's going to attract more people to the organization, believe it or not, because every time, at least according to the Jehovah's Witness data, I don't know if you can hear me, it's a loud truck. Every time there's a ban, the numbers increase. When they put Jehovah's Witnesses in jail and started spreading them into different parts of the country to scatter them, they just started new congregations wherever they go. So it's like an infestation or a cancer that would keep spreading. If you want to fix this, what they need to do is help in a kind way reach out to these people who are being victimized, and help them see in a kind way that there's more to life, there's a better life, and that this organization that they're in is corrupt. I think a ban is just a terrible human rights issue, and there's wonderful good, sincere people that I feel kind of a kinship to because I grew up in that organization that are gonna suffer. And I don't think like you can make that argument, anybody can make the argument that that's okay. Like that really bothers me. So I guess, I don't know, someone I saw in the comment thread seemed really negative, really prejudiced, and I get it. Some of it's, I'm sure, from ex-Jehovah's Witnesses who are bitter. Some of it is from people who are ignorant, and some of it is from well-meaning people. I mean, I understand where they're coming from, but I guess I just wish that we would see all sides. I'm rambling, but I guess I wanted to clear up my thoughts about that, and I hope everybody's having a great day. Good luck, and subscribe to my channel. Most of my stuff isn't this heavy. It's usually comedy and stuff like that, okay? Peace. Bye, guys.